Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshireman66. I'm Mark, your host, your presenter for this video, and I think it's a good video, what I've got here. Now, a question was asked, and I'm doing a video response to that question. Now, the question was asked by The Game Shack, and the question is, what is retro? And it's a community question. So what is retro? A community question. What does retro mean? Well, retro means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. The short answer to what is retro, it is something what is 20 years old or over. So, with that being said, he want and apparently there's been a debate on this on social media. I'm not involved with that debate, but I got involved last night. I've answered him, and it's about the consoles. So what I've done it in my way. I've done the timeline consoles, and that's the only way you can do it, really. You'll be surprised. There's not that many retro consoles out there. Not when you timeline it to like I've done. There's quite a few what are non-retro. So that's what we'll start with, really. So the Game Shack. So what is retro? Well, like I said, retro, for the easy way to explain it, is 20 years or over. And that, so non-retro consoles first, which would be the PS4 is not a retro because it's too young. The PSP, that's too young. PS3, that's too young. The Wii, that's too young. That's not retro. And the Wii U and the Xbox 360 is definitely not retro. So they're the non-retro consoles. PS4, PS4, the PSP, the PSP, PS3, Wii U, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. They are non-retro consoles. The retro consoles, in my mind, this is what I've done. I've timelined it. So, I've gone from. So, don't forget, I said retro was 20 years or over. So, PlayStation 2, that hit UK in 2000. That's a retro console. It's 21 years old. It's 21 years old this year. Xbox. Xbox is, and I'm on about the first Xbox, is definitely retro because that came out in 2001. That's 20-year-old this year. So they're the two what are retro. The third one what I put in here is only 19-year-old, and that's the GameCube. 2002, we got that 2002, and it's 19 years old, but it will be next year a 20-year-old console, so it will be retro. So I put it in as retro because it's near to damn it. The retro, the non-retro consoles, like I said, I'll go through them again. PS4, PSP, PS3, Wii U, PS Vita, and the Xbox One and the Xbox 360 are definitely not retro. Now, the other classification what I've done is classic consoles, which means anything over 25-year-old basically. And these are classic consoles. I mean, a lot of people say, well, how far does retro go? Well, retro up to 25, or classic is 25, and well, I go with motor cars. I've done a lot of selling, and that antiques and things like that, and cars. And if I want to call a console classic, then it's going to be minimum of 25 years, but over that, and these consoles, what I'm going to say, are definitely over that. They are over the 30-year-old mark. The Atari 2600, 1977. The Nintendo Entertainment System, 1983. The Master System, 1987. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System, 1990. Mega Drive, 1988. Saturn, 1994. Dreamcast, 1998. And PlayStation, the original it just says PlayStation, the grey PlayStation, 1994. The Nintendo GameCube, 1996. And they're just some of the few what are classed as classics, because they're well over the age of retro, and they're into the some are at 30, some are into the early 30s. Now the daddy of them all, what I call antique, and if it wasn't for this particular one, being launched when it was, I don't think we'd have consoles as they are today, and that is Pong, the original Pong console, what came out in 1972. Now, where I'm going with this, 1972, this is 49 years old. This is coming up next year, will be its 50th anniversary, basically, of Pong. And it will be, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Pong console next year will become an antique. Or icon. So it'd be iconic. So that's what I put here, Pong. Antique, icon. It's an icon, isn't it? It's definitely. And if anyone's got the original Pong system from 1972, please look after it and make sure it's well maintained. Electronics can be fragile. Well, there you go. And that's how all Pong's going to be next year. In 2022. It's going to be 50 years old. I wonder if they're going to do anything for it. I wonder if some console manufacturer is going to celebrate this fact. I don't know. But there you go. That's my line on it. And I'm doing it by timeline. So like I say, retro is from the year 2000 and up. So year 2000 and year 2001 is definitely retro. 2002 is 19-year-old, so it's not retro, but it's becoming retro next year. So that's why it's in there. The non-retro consoles, I've said, so PlayStation, so you got, so your retro consoles is PlayStation 2, Xbox and GameCube. Your non-retro is definitely PSP, PlayStation 3, the PS Vita, the Wii, the Wii U, the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One and PS4. They're the non-retro. The classic consoles, which people forget, these are definitely classics, is the Atari 2600 Nintendo Entertainment System, Master System, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Mega Drive, the Saturn, the Dreamcast and PlayStation. They're all classics. They're all classic consoles, classic game. And get onto this. And Pong, 1972, the daddy of the daddy of them all. Pong is 50-year-old next year. He's 49-year-old this year. I hope a console manufacturer will be doing something special. I don't know if they are or not. But only reason why I put them into this category is because I've seen a lot of listings on like eBay and Amazon where they say retro console Wii U, and it's misleading people because it's not a retro console. You know what I mean? I know when I were, helping someone out years and years ago in a shop, we had to label it correctly, or should be classed as misleading the public. So this is why, and I've looked. CX don't say classic this, classic that. What they do is put in gaming consoles, and then they give you the list. But I broke it down into them components. I broke it down into retro consoles, which there's three of, non-retro, and then classics. The classics, and the classic consoles are definitely the Mega Drive, the Master System, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the N64, this the Nintendo, the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and Saturn and Dreamcast. They're all there as classics, and this is what we have to consider. And that is the simple way of saying retro. The word retro has been overused by a lot of people. Some gaming shops have overused it. Gaming shops will put on, I've got a retro Wii U, but it's not. It's not a retro at all. Yes, it might be in some people's mind, but like I said, retro means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. To me, when you go by the manufacturer and when they came out and the timeline, they definitely are not retro. So that's my answer to the Game Shack, and that's my VR to him. I hope you've liked it, and if you have liked it, like this little bit of what is retro, my VR. If you have liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please, that means you like it. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'll not subscribe new and that. Please subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Hit all. That will notify you when I put up another video. Please share the video. Share the video to all sorts of social media. It's like Facebook, Twitter, your friends and your family and things like that. And what I like, comment below. And if you come, please comment below and we can have a discussion down there. But that is my answer to what is retro. I'm hoping the Game Shack is watching this, and if you are, mate, there you go. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.